Hi, I'm Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn coach and trainer, and today I want to speak with you about a really important aspect of using LinkedIn as a business tool. And this is your KPIs, or your key performance indicators. And this is the measure of what you're doing on LinkedIn and what results or rewards you're getting from it. And for me, there's 8 things that I pay attention to on a regular basis. And the number one thing I pay attention to is my LinkedIn profile SEO ranking. Now, there's lots of ways to measure ranking. For me, it's pretty easy. I ask people across the globe to go into LinkedIn or into Google and do a search for the keywords that are directly relevant to my profile. And I've asked them to show me where I rank. Am I on the first page, second, third, or fourth? Or am I at the top of the list, which typically I am? So you need to pay attention to your ranking, your SEO ranking of your LinkedIn profile. Number 2. You need to pay attention to your profile views. How many people look at your LinkedIn profile on a regular basis? Now, hopefully that number is really high and it keeps growing for you. And if it doesn't, you need to figure out ways to grow it. And one of the easiest ways is to engage. And it's not so much how many people look at your LinkedIn profile, but of those people, how many of them are your target audience, or what I refer to as your most important viewer. And that's really important to look at that LinkedIn profile views in that context. Number 3 is content engagement. How often do people like, comment, or share my content? And again, more importantly, of those people who engage on my content, how many of them are my most important viewer? Again, it's great to have a piece of content that goes viral. Big deal, unless the majority of those people are your target audience. So pay attention to that KPI, content engagement, and most importantly, who those people are. Number 4 is our LinkedIn network. We need to be paying attention to who's asking us to connect, who's accepting our connect request, and more importantly, who is immediately engaging with us when they do connect. It's really critical to pay attention to are the people that are asking me to connect and the people accepting my invites, are they my most important viewer, and are they willing to get into a conversation with me upon connecting? It's all great to have a large LinkedIn network, but when your network is focused to your goals, focused to your purpose of using LinkedIn, then it's even more valuable. Number 5 is our LinkedIn SSI, or Social Selling Index. This you can get by going to the URL linkedin.com/sales/SSI. I'll put that in the YouTube notes. But when you go to your LinkedIn Social Selling Index, there's 4 numbers that make up your Selling Index score. And you really need to pay attention to all 4 of those numbers and what they mean and what you can do to influence those 4 individual numbers so that it can impact and grow your social selling index. Now, there's a couple things about your SSI score that's important. Number 1 is try not to compare yourself to others. That's really not important. LinkedIn might want you to do that to press you to really grow your SSI score. But what you really should pay attention to is what are you doing and how are you impacting that SSI score? And is what you're doing impacting it in a positive way? And is it moving you closer to your goal? So look at your LinkedIn SSI score. Number 6 is member engagement, and sometimes I refer to this as member relationships. It's absolutely great, again, to have lots of connections and content that goes viral, but what's really important is, are you getting into meaningful, relevant conversations with your LinkedIn network? And are you having these conversations in LinkedIn, via email, via Skype, via telephone, or face-to-face? So don't just measure, are you having a bunch of LinkedIn messages happening, but measure, are you having real meaningful conversations and developing a meaningful relationship with the most important viewers in your network. Number 7 is business discussions. Again, it's great to have conversations with your LinkedIn network, but are these conversations moving into real, again, meaningful business conversations regarding what you do and what your LinkedIn member does, and where's the alignment? How can you help them, or how can they help you? When you can move your conversations into real business discussions, then it's far more meaningful and apt to help you achieve your goals. Number 8 is closed business. That is the ultimate measurement point, closed business. I often look on a quarterly basis, which of my LinkedIn connections have turned into some level of relationship and moved into a business conversation and moved into business. And I really pay attention to who those people are, and I really try to pay attention to how did I get them there? How did I move them through my pipeline, through my conversations, in order to get them to real business that puts ink on paper and checks in the bank? And I try to connect this KPI not only to LinkedIn, but also to my accounting system, my CRM system, and even into my contacts, so I can keep track of all of my LinkedIn connections that turned into business, so I can keep track of where they go. If you're not using LinkedIn very purposely and paying attention to real meaningful KPIs, then you're not going to get the value that you could get. So what I encourage you to do is think through what are the key performance indicators you should pay attention to in your business to achieve your goals, and then do that. Again, I'm Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn coach and trainer. I hope this conversation about KPIs is useful.